If you're like us here at DCR and spend time watching crypto markets, Gemini Predictions gives you a way to trade on volatility. You can take positions on major crypto contracts directly in the Gemini app, whether markets are reacting to macro news, Fed announcements, or major market moving events. What I like is that instead of just watching price action unfold in real time, you can actually trade on where you think the market moves next, with contracts across Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and more, plus 5-minute, 15-minute daily, weekly, and monthly durations. You can trade the time frame and market that fits your strategy. The platform is fast, intuitive, and easy to use, with new markets available every day. Head to Gemini.com/predictions to get started. Make 2026 the year you launch your business, the year you transform into an entrepreneur, founder, boss. One powerful move puts your future firmly in your hands, starting a business with Shopify. If you've got an idea you can't shake or a store you've already designed in your head, with Shopify, 2026 is when you can finally make it happen. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person. Billions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names like Gymshark to first-time businesses like Watch This. Shopify gives you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. The setup is fast with Shopify's built-in AI tools that write product descriptions and headlines and help you edit product photos. Marketing is built in too. Create email and social campaigns that reach customers wherever they scroll. As you grow, Shopify grows with you. Handle more orders, expand to new markets, and do it all from the same dashboard. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. That's shopify.com/DCR. Hear your first this year with Shopify. It's 8 a.m. Eastern, June 30th, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is down slightly at $59,086. Ethereum is down slightly at $1,575. BNB is down slightly at $546. Well, a Michigan judge issued a 14-day temporary restraining order against Kalshi, blocking the federally regulated prediction market platform from offering sports-related event contracts in the state until July 13th, with potential fines of $120,000 per day. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel framed the contracts as unlicensed sports betting and said state gambling laws are meant to protect residents from predatory operators, while Kalshi argues its products fall under federal oversight through the Commodity Futures Trading Commission and should be available nationwide. The order follows a federal court decision sending Michigan's lawsuit against Kalshi back to state court after Kalshi tried to move the case to the federal level. The fight is part of a broader jurisdictional battle, with more than a dozen states pursuing enforcement actions against Kalshi, Polymarket US, and similar platforms, while the companies and the CFTC argue federal law preempts state gambling rules. Despite the legal pressure, Kalshi's volume has kept climbing since July 2025, up 79% from May, with World Cup 2026 activity helping boost prediction market volumes across Kalshi and Polymarket. Well, Hollywood director Carl Eric Rinsch was sentenced to 30 months in prison after being convicted of stealing $11 million from a streaming company by falsely claiming he needed the money to finish his unfinished sci-fi series White Horse. The company had already paid him about $44 million between 2018 and 2019, then gave him another $11 million in March 2020, but prosecutors said Rinsch moved the funds through multiple bank accounts into a personal brokerage account, lost more than half of it on failed stock options within 2 months, then used the rest for crypto speculation and luxury spending. The purchases included at least $1.7 million in credit card bills, $3 million on furniture, antiques, and mattresses, $2 million on 5 Rolls Royces and a Ferrari, and $387,000 on a Swiss watch. Interestingly, a 2023 New York Times investigation also claimed he turned about $4 million in Dogecoin into nearly $27 million. Along with prison time, Rinsch received 3 years of supervised release, $11 million in forfeiture, and $700 in mandatory assessments, with prosecutors framing the case as a straightforward warning that production money fraud will be punished. Well, self-exiled Chinese billionaire Guo Wengui was sentenced to 30 years in U.S. prison for running a more than $1 billion fraud that prosecutors said exploited his online followers, many of whom saw him as a pro-democracy critic of the Chinese Communist Party. U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres also ordered $889 million in restitution after Guo was convicted in July 2024 on 9 fraud and conspiracy counts tied to schemes. Prosecutors said Guo promised outsized returns through false claims, including around H-Coin or Himalaya coin, then used proceeds for luxury purchases like a mansion and vehicles. Guo told the court he came to the U.S. to destroy the CCP, but the judge said he preyed on people who wanted democracy in China and still refused to take responsibility. Guo, who fled China over a decade ago and built a large following overseas, is also known for his ties to Steve Bannon and their 2020 new federal State of China initiative. Well, Kathy Wood's Ark Invest bought more crypto-linked equities on Monday as the broader U.S. stock market rallied, adding $6.8 million of Coinbase, $6.2 million of Circle Internet Group, $3.5 million of Bullish, and roughly $300,000 of Robinhood across its ETFs. The buying came as all four stocks moved higher. The trades also landed amid fresh crypto finance momentum. Circle expanded its partnership with BNY to let institutional clients custody, transfer, mint, and burn USDC through BNY digital custody wallets, while Coinbase recently launched tokenized US stocks. And finally, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority finalized a major crypto rulebook that will bring exchanges, custodians, stablecoin issuers, staking firms, lending platforms, and some DeFi firms under a formal authorization regime starting October 25th, 2027. The framework adds prudential capital rules, market abuse controls, operational resilience standards, consumer protections, and stablecoin requirements while forcing UK qualifying crypto trading platforms to conduct due diligence, meet listing criteria, and publish disclosure documents for admitted assets with no blanket exception for fungible tokens. FCA executive David Giel framed the package as a milestone that should give crypto firms clearer rules while bringing consumer protections closer to traditional finance, though the regulators stress that crypto investing remains risky. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
Have you ever wondered why Reese Witherspoon founded Hello Sunshine, or where Kevin O'Leary got his start, or even how Alex Earle became the most accessible founder to someone who may not even consider this space? Enter The Founder Mindset, the new podcast from Harvard Business School Foundry, hosted by me, Reza Satchu. As a leading educator in entrepreneurship, I've built multiple high-profile companies and mentored thousands of students and founders through the realities of starting and scaling ventures. And with the Founder Mindset, I'm sharing those lessons with you by sitting down with world-class entrepreneurs, including Witherspoon, O'Leary, and Earle, plus Tim Ferriss, and many more, to break down exactly how they commit, decide, and build for impact. These aren't surface-level interviews. Each episode, I challenge my guests to revisit their toughest moments, their boldest decisions, and the mindset that carried them through. Follow The Founder Mindset wherever you get your podcasts.
From artificial intelligence to the gig economy to global volatility, the economy is changing at a dizzying pace. Enter the Managing the Future of Work podcast, the chart-topping and critically acclaimed podcast from Harvard Business School, hosted by me, Bill Kerr, and my Managing the Future of Work project co-chair, Joe Fuller. This show explores technology trends, demographic changes, the rise of the care economy, and many other forces transforming the landscape of work. We'll highlight the insights of business leaders, technologists, and experts like Business Roundtable's Kristen Silberg on corporate workforce strategy, and Khan Academy founder Sal Khan on AI, education, and the future of work. With more than 2.5 million downloads and close to 300 episodes, there is something for everyone. Follow HBS Managing the Future of Work on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening now.